Hello, and thank you for joining us today in this webinar. So we are here to talk about a project, Living Heritage for All. This is an Erasmus Plus strategic partnership that we started at the end of last year. And today we would like to introduce you to this project and also promote this project among people and organizations in the field of culture and integration, so that you would know more about us, what we are doing, and use our project results in your work later as well. So agenda for today, first we will do a short introduction of us and participants. Then we will provide you with a short information about the project. Then each country will do a presentation of what they have done so far and what will be available to you in the early autumn this year. And then we will have a short session of questions and answers from the audience. So the Erasmus Living Heritage for All project is, as I said, the Erasmus Plus strategic partnership in the adult education. And this project was approved by the Latvian National Agency. The coordinator is Creative Ideas, an NGO from Latvia. The full project title is Living Heritage for All, and the project will last 2 years. As I mentioned, we started December 2020, and the project will end in December 2022. We are 7 partners. I will give more information about that in the next slides, and the funding is a little above 200,000 euro. So here you can see our partnership. The coordinator is Creative Ideas from Latvia. Then we have Almarex from Bulgaria, Livadia Municipality from Cyprus, Varnava Folklore Company from Greece, 2 organizations from Germany, Pro Arbeit and Centrum for Interkulturelle Bildung und Arbeit, and we have Green Elephant Foundation from Poland. And now we would like to give you the floor, but first I would like to do a few polls here in Zoom. So please check. Here the first question is, which country are you from? Okay, the results are getting in. So has everyone replied? I'll give you 1 more minute and then we'll end this poll. Latvian participants, I know that we have a few. Okay. I'll show you the results. So do you see the results now on your screens as well? So we have many participants from Cyprus, also from Greece, Bulgaria, a little bit less from Germany and Latvia, but the shares are quite similar. So except from Cyprus, we have a large representation. Bravo, Cyprus. Okay. I will now close this. Now you see the results, yes. Okay. Now, the next question. Sorry. Yes, the next question now, your organization. So please check what kind of organization you are, an education institution, culture institution, non-governmental organization, social enterprise, public or municipal institution, or other. Now you can vote. And also I will mute everyone, okay? So please keep muted until you will do your presentations, then you can unmute yourself. Oh, we have 22 participants, great. Okay. We are ending this and I'm sharing the results with you. So most participants are from non-governmental organizations, also from public and municipal institutions. We have many participants. And also from education and culture institutions, of course. Okay. And now the last, the last question is this, about target groups. Which target groups are your organizations working with? So we have the options: adults, youth and children, seniors, migrants, ethnic minorities, unemployed, people with disability, and other groups. Okay, as we see so far, most organizations work with adults, many with migrants, ethnic minorities, people with disability, youth and children, less with seniors and with other groups. So we're waiting a little bit more. Okay, let's finish it and I will share the results with you. So great, we have a very good audience today and involved with many of the issues our project is focusing on. And now we would propose that everyone, sorry, Danny. Yes, Danny wrote us that he cannot vote because he has administrator rights. Okay, then, but we had many votes. I think it's fine, very good. So now we would like everyone who wants to do that, please switch on your camera. We'll make a photograph of all of us. Those who can, of course, those who don't have technical problems or are able to switch on their cameras. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Also one picture, 2 pictures. Someone else is connecting with a picture. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Very good. Now you can switch off your videos if you feel more comfortable like that. And now we would like everyone to shortly tell a little bit about themselves. So your, I had it here on my presentation. So tell us your name, your organization, your country, and your connection with cultural heritage. It's if you feel comfortable to speak with us now in English, or you can say it in your national language too. Other people from your country will understand. I will tell just shortly to the Latvian participants. Jūs varat iepazīstināt ar sevi tagad, un varat to darīt latviski, pastāstīt savu vārdu, organizāciju, valsti, no kuras esat, un kāda jums ir saistība ar kultūras mantojumu. Varam to darīt arī latviski un citi dalībnieki savās nacionālajās valodās. So how should we go ahead? Probably just let's do it. Who wants to start? I don't want to ask, people by calling their names.
I can start then introducing, I am Evla Gambalamu. I come from Cyprus, from the municipality of Livadia, which is a partner of the project. I have also with me some of other of our colleagues and coming from different organizations. And we are a newly established municipality. We have approximately a population of 8,000 inhabitants. And Livadia is actually a village which is home to a unique basket weaving folk art using canes and reeds. And this is something that we will see later with our presentation of our best practices. So I hope we will have a fruitful meeting and look forward to hear all of you.
Thank you very much.
I go on. My name is Francesca Palma. I come from Germany, representing the ProArbeit. The ProArbeit is a public administration. We are a job center in the county of Offenbach, and we are in the middle of Germany. And today I have invited some colleagues from our organization in order to show the project, the issues of the project, and also the partners.
Thank you.
I'm Danny Franke, also from Germany, from the north of Germany. Yes, I'm working for Zentrum für interkulturelle Bildung, and yes, I'm working for 18 years with disadvantaged people and people with migration background. And yes, we have several projects at the moment which have to do with the cultural heritage.
Yes, good morning. My name is Ana Leal, and I also work with ZIP, with Danny. I have been working since 2 years in this organization, and also with disadvantaged people and refugees and with people with different migrant backgrounds. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah.
Okay, so I will go. Hello, good morning. My name is Benedict. I'm working with Francesca in the European project management team of ProArbeit, and I'm here to listen in to see what your project is doing. I'm working on other projects here, but I'm collaborating with Francesca. And my connection to heritage is that I like museums. I really like to go to museums, and I like history, so that's my connection to heritage. Thanks a lot, and nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Benedict. Nice to meet you.
I would like to proceed. I'm Bernadette. I'm from ProArbeit as well. I'm another colleague of Francesca, and she, like she said, she invited us to know more about the project. I'm working on European project as well, but not on this one, apparently. My connection is that I'm actually originally I'm a cultural anthropologist, so culture in any color and shape is of interest for me. So I'm really interested in looking forward to know more about your project. Thank you very much.
Excellent, thank you. Mariela, we don't hear you.
Okay, sorry. Good morning. My name is Mariela Mendieta. I live in Germany, but I come from Peru. I'm also part of the SIP organization. I'm quite new in the organization. I'm graphic designer, and I'm very happy to be part of a multicultural organization and to work with foreign people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mariela. She's the author of our very beautiful logo, correct?
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Svetla Marinova from Bulgaria. We are a Bulgarian organization, a participant in this project. Our organization is more for 20 years in the national market. Our focus is to support consultancy to small and middle enterprises, and support also non-government organizations with education and training. It's our focus in our activity, and we are very pleasant to be part of this project.
Thank you, Svetla. So, any other brave persons want to tell a little bit about themselves?
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Albena. Here is my colleagues from the organization. Ognjana presents the organization. Our organization is named Future for the Children, and it is non-governmental organization that manages at the moment different services for disadvantaged people. We manage Center for Social Rehabilitation and Integration, Center for Community Support, Social Inclusion with Labor, and Social Assistance for Adults. We work with children and adults with disabilities and their families, children with emotional and behavioral problems and their families. In all kinds of services, we involve the Bulgarian traditions. We aim to save the Bulgarian traditions as we make Christmas cookies, martinica, souvenirs made from different materials with the help of the clients of our services. Our products we involve in charity campaigns with different missions. Our organization is 18 years old, and we have worked in a lot of projects that are due to disadvantaged people.
Thank you, Albena. Excellent. We're very, very happy to see you here. I hope that our project will be useful to know more about our project. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So perhaps our Greek colleagues, Maria, Jota, can you speak now?
Hi to everyone. My name is Maria Katsiki. I work at the folklore company of Barnabas in Greece. We are cooperating with people with disabilities, with disadvantaged people generally, and we have participated in many programs for the cultural heritage.
Thank you, Maria. And today we have also Anna, I see just connected, yeah, from Barnava Folklore Company. Yes, so at least 2 participants. We have more people connecting. Now we are 25 here. Great. So who else would like to introduce themselves? If we don't have anyone at the moment, I will do an introduction for my colleagues. So we are NGO Creative Ideas from Latvia. Our NGO was established 10 years ago in Balvis, the city. It's a city in northeast of Latvia, near the border with Russia and Estonia. So here's Sanita Putniņa. She's the founder of our NGO. And we have also Ineta Vitova, and we have Alexandra Mihnenovka from our organization. We are implementing a number of projects, and our main topics we work with are education, culture, and integration. So this project actually comes from a project that we implemented. This idea is a continuation of a project that we implemented a couple of years ago, also together with colleagues here from Greece and from Poland. And we wanted to explore further how to use cultural heritage, how to make it alive, how to make it lasting, and how with the help of cultural heritage to integrate also vulnerable groups in the society. So anyone would like to introduce themselves? If not, then we can move to my presentation. So we did the introduction, and now I will tell you shortly about the objectives of the project. So the main objectives of the project are to provide an opportunity to explore European intangible cultural heritage for everyone. So all materials we will produce in this project will be available online. Already we are quite active online in our social networks, Facebook, Instagram. I will show links later. I really suggest for everyone to follow. We are putting very interesting short materials there, which will already help you to get to know more about intangible cultural heritage, events, traditions in other European countries. And the second objective is to empower vulnerable groups with the help of intangible cultural heritage. As you already heard from introduction of our organizations, that we work with different vulnerable groups of the society, and we want to help them, to motivate them, to integrate them, to give them more opportunities. So who are these vulnerable groups? I will just name a few examples. These are migrants, ethnic minorities, youth, seniors, people from disadvantaged areas like declining rural regions, for example, people with disabilities and others. So what are we going to produce within these projects that could be useful also for other organizations? So now we have finished working on a comparative study of traditional festivals, foods and crafts related to these events in our partner countries. And the other product that we have just finalized working on is Trainer's Guide. And this Trainer's Guide includes a collection of recommendations and best practices from our countries, how to use cultural heritage to empower vulnerable groups. So the third product that will start working on now is a collection of workshops. And I guess the most interactive, interesting product of this project. These will be workshop scenarios which will present cultural heritage of each country. I will tell a bit more in the next slide, but I will focus on traditional foods and crafts. And the idea is that everyone who will read and see these scenarios can do them, can implement these workshops individually or in a group, and thus explore on his own the intangible cultural heritage of another European country. And finally, all the materials will be available on an online learning platform that we are building now. So the idea of the workshops is, as I mentioned, to explore European cultural heritage related to traditional festivals. And these workshops will include either they will be cooking workshops with traditional recipes, and we will also provide a short story. Why is this dish important? When do we make it in our country, and what's the connection with the festivities? And the second type will be workshops for handicrafts. And these also you will be able to do at home individually or in groups with a, let's say, teacher. So by using these workshops, you will be able, for example, to celebrate Christmas like a Latvian by using Latvian traditions, by incorporating a little bit of Latvian traditions in your home country's traditions, or celebrate Easter like Cypriot, or celebrate any other festivity as people do it in Bulgaria, Germany, Greece, or Poland. So these are the countries represented in our project. And here I wanted to show just a short example what we are going to work on now. We will create workshops, and I wanted to mention we will try to make them as simple as possible with many pictures, also by shooting little videos how to do it. And this is a traditional Latvian Christmas decoration. By the way, in Latvia we call Christmas the winter festival. We don't use the Christ in the name. In Latvian it's Ziemassvētki, winter festival. So in the winter festival, we make such a thing which is called puzurs, and it's a traditional decoration made from reed or straw and yarn. And actually it looks very impressive, especially if you make a large one, and it's simple. You can make it on your own. We will provide instructions. Here you can see instructions. We will make it more detailed, but an example how we are planning to do it. So with very simple materials, simple instructions, you can do it on your own. So when will these results be available? So the comparative study and trainer's guide is already finished, but we need to put it together and put a nice design, and then we will publish it on September. And we will also distribute it to through our website, through our social media, and also would like everyone who's interested in our project and would like to get updates. We will have 3 newsletters to write your name in the comments, and we will save these mails and send you the project newsletters. The first one we will send in September. So workshop scenarios will be published next summer, because before publishing them, we will do also testing with people in all the project countries. And yeah, as I mentioned, all the materials will be available online on our website, and also through our social media, we will distribute the links. So again, I encourage everyone to visit our website and follow us on our social media, on Facebook and Instagram. Really, we're putting very, very interesting materials there with nice pictures, little stories. So follow us, and you will be able to get to know more about European cultural heritage on a regular basis. So now it's time for the country presentations. I will stop sharing my screen, and I propose then we'll go alphabetically. Then our Bulgarian partner Svetla will start with her presentation. She will shortly introduce the research they made and the good practices they have found in the project. So the floor is yours, Svetla. You can connect your presentation.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Greeting from Bulgaria. We are a Bulgarian organization having the experience of 20 years in the field of small enterprises, training, consultancy activity, and the project related to village-type municipalities and NGOs. The main objective is focus on the human factor development. We think that on the basic of adaptive education, every person has the capacity of personal social realization and the right of dignity and respect. Our training is directed to different target group, mainly vulnerable groups. We had participated in a number of projects, both of national and international level, associated of the Bulgarian culture and historical heritage. The present project reveals new aspect of this activity, new experience, and opens new acquaintances and contacts with European partners. You maybe know Bulgarians has a very old history, and so the tradition customs in Bulgaria are are variations. We want to present the some Bulgarian very specific and usual tradition of Bulgaria. The one of the most highly valued customs in Bulgaria is called Baba Marta or Granny March. You say these small figures are Martinitsa, the most common nationwide Bulgarian custom. An ancient pagan tradition relate the Martinitsa to Thracian period, culture. Baba Marta, family members, relatives and friends give each other white and red tassels called Martinitsa with wishes of health, luck, and happiness. You normally wear on your wrist. The Martinitsa is made of twin red and white thread, woolen, silk, or cotton. The white is a symbol of strength, purity, and happiness. Red is a symbol of life and passion. It is associated with health, blood, and joy. Martinitsa we were on the 1st March in the beginning of spring. Martinitsa are only taken off when you see a stork or blossoming tree, which symbolize the messengers of the arrival of the warmer seasons. The second living heritage, which would like to show, it's a very spectacular festival. It's the festival, Kukeri Folk Festival.
Can you please turn on your presentation, because you showed us the presentation before and you forgot to share your screen now, and we can't see all your nice pictures.
Yes, sorry, Svetla, I was going to write in the chat. Yeah, could you share presentation, please?
Yes, we can only see you, and you prepared the presentation, which you have to share your screen, and then we can also see your presentation.
You didn't see the presentation? Now you see the presentation?
Now we can see it, thank you.
Okay. You see?
Yes, we can see it.
Can we continue? Can you continue? You see?
Yes, we can see it. You can continue. Thank you.
Okay. The second living heritage and very spectacular traditions is Kukeri Folk Festivals. This event takes place the days around New Year, and the participants of this ritual are called Kukeri. Very interesting costume, dressing. Kukeri are dressed up men in handmade wood, leather, fur, and copper and bronze bells hang up them. After going around the village, they gather at the square and dance by folklore Bulgarian music, play game, make jokes, jump, jingle the bell, and roll on the floor. The ritual is public and very spectacular accompaniment by musicians. Kukiri symbolize the struggle between good and evil, and their dances and songs are supposed to drive away evil and invite good. In addition to protection from evil, it is believed that the kukiri bring good luck, good health, and good harvest. The third tradition, Bulgarian, also very spectacular, is Bulgarian Festival of Roses. Bulgarian roses is the symbol of Bulgaria. The best home for Bulgarian rose was found in the sub-Balkan valley called the Valley of Roses, after the name of this flowering beauty. The Valley of Roses is one of the most impressive places in Bulgaria where the rose plantations had been grown for more than 3 centuries. There is something about the air, soil, and climate of that zone that stimulates the natural synthesis and accumulation in its blossoms of rose oil of outsounding aroma. The Bulgarian rose has made Bulgaria famous for producing some of these finest rose oil globally. Instead of the high quality perfumes, it is widely used in our Bulgarian cuisine in the production of food and drink. You see Bulgarian rose oil perfumes and rose gems, rose brandy. The festival has been organized since 1903 in the town of Kazanluk. Festival celebrates our deep connection of the Rosa Damascena, the Bulgarian oil-burning rose. The festival is held every year, the last week of May and the early June. The festival is held during the rose harvest, which lasts 20 days. And this is the part of this festival. Welcome in Bulgaria in this very spectacular festival. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Svetla. Very beautiful presentation. We're really looking forward to see some of your traditions in person. Yeah, thank you. So the next presentation then would be from Cyprus, if we go alphabetically. If they're here, I'll put you a co-host.
Yeah, so I can share my screen.
Now you can.
Perfect. Okay. Sure. Can you see my screen?
We will see it in a minute, yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'll present you the work that we have done here in the Livadia municipality about the traditional festivities that we tracked down and some of our best practices. So I will take you now to Cyprus. One very famous festival is the Kataklysmos Festival, or as it is known, the Festival of the Float, which has been documented since the 19th century. And down you can see an old picture of Larnaca area where the festival was taking place. And it takes place 50 days following Easter. It's called Pentecost. Today, the largest Kataklysmos fair on the island is organized in Larnaca. It is the biggest city of Larnaca district, and it's adjacent also to our municipality of Livadia. It has a very big number of visitors. Sometimes it's reaching up to 50 and 60,000 of visitors. It's held for almost 1 week. And there you can find different artists, different folk poets, musical dances. Also, the nautical clubs are participating in this festival. And there is presented all of these traditions of the float, the traditional product of Cyprus. Something very important is that the Phibos Stavridis Foundation, in collaboration with the Larnaca municipality and the municipality of Livadia and some other municipalities in the Larnaca district, they registered in 2005 the festival under the UNESCO Intangible Heritage List of Cyprus. Another festivity we have and we keep to let's say, preserve it is the Easter Games, who are played all over Cyprus. Now they still survive in some of the villages of Cyprus. It actually constitutes of an important element of the cultural heritage of Cyprus, and it continues to fascinate the young and the old people in the communities which they are still preserved. They are usually played on Easter Sunday, Easter Monday, or even Easter Tuesday after the big feast lunch that we have. And usually they will be held in the village square or the church yard. So in this climate of euphoria, the villagers, they all come together, as well as the different visitors that they visit the villages. So they make these traditional games. Either you can participate in a team or as an individual. And so it is very entertaining for all. We have, for example, donkey race. We have different other games. So you try, for example, down the picture, you try to hit one of the sticks. We have also children that they do this kind of race. So it's been held from a lot of years now, and we still try to preserve it. Another one very famous festival, and something that Cyprus is also famous, is for the wines. And it's taking place since 1961. It's held on a different city of the area of Limassol. So in this you can taste the different local wines. You can see also the way that they used to make the wine in the ancient years. Also, you can taste the food that goes with the different wine as they used to cook it. So it's a very nice, let's say, festival that brings this tradition of the wine making in Cyprus. Another festival which I like very much is the Medieval Festival, which was celebrated in 2006 at the first time here in Cyprus. And since then, because it was really liked by the people of Cyprus and also of the different tourists, it's being celebrated as an annual festival with a many series of events and activities that they try to explore more about the medieval ages. These celebrations are created with historical accuracy, and they actually function as narrative representations of the everyday life of the people in this period. The event is taking place in the medieval monastery of Ayannaba, which is a setting that it gives you the fact that you are back on time. And some of the festivities, they are including a street theater, theatrical play, music concerts, dance shows. We have participation of schools and teams with medieval costumes in the event, the Streets of Crusaders. We have a medieval market setting with products for sale, such as wine. You will see them in the wooden barrels, medieval food. And also there is different medieval workshops, for example, such as the pottery making and basketry, an exhibition of the different medieval objects. Another festival is a traditional cultural festival, which is organized since 2003 from the Larnaca Rural Women Association. And the festival is hosted and supported every year to a different community of rural Larnaca. And during this festival, there is workshops that are demonstrating the procedure of the preparation of traditional local products, such as traditional recipes, sweets, and different other products. And also these are also for sale and is celebrated in the 1st of October, which is the Independence Day of Cyprus. And it hosts more than 5,000 visitors and more than 60 exhibitions that they promoted traditional products and crafts of Cyprus. Now I will proceed with the two best practices that we chose for Cyprus. The one, it comes from our area, from the Livadia municipality, is a weaving tradition at Memories at Livadia Museum and the Basket Weaving Festival in Livadia. Now our village is home to a unique basket weaving folk using cane and reeds, and the presentation of this significant part of the village history has now been secured with the creation of the Craft of Caning Museum, which showcases the art of weaving, called Memories of the Past. In the old days, as you can see from the pictures, the women spent whole days of the year pairing and splitting the different reeds in order to make the various basketry products. And Livadia is the only place on the island where psatharkes, is a traditional used for roofing, are still made. And here you can see the woman there on how he's making it. This psatharkes is the top roof of this psatharkas is called. The village also, basketry and straw mat making are also included on the UNESCO Intangible World Heritage list. Every year we have an annual festival that is organized at the Livadia municipality, where the people also, they present, the people that they are taking the different workshops during the year, they can present their arts and sell it. Also, the Museum of the Craft of Caning, it opens its door to the public, presenting the rich history in a modern and attractive way, with a structure that is made by cane and comprises a large area of baskets, musical instruments, tools, and other interesting exhibits and information, also having a photographic exhibition. And all the money that they are collected during the festival go to charity in different organizations. One of the activities of the museum is the organization of different educational seminars, addressing young people, schools, as well as women of the area, so they can still learn the art of basket weaving and be able to preserve it and continue. Also, a special program has been organizing for people with disabilities. Allow me to show you a small video of the workshop. We try to show you how the people are making and what they are making into our cane museum. Here you can see one of the baskets, and here we are at the Museum of Craft of caning, and here we see the women that they do different things, baskets. They also do some decorations for Christmas, also bracelets for the hand. And here you can see the woman who is making a bracelet from the hand from this reed.
Excuse me, we don't see video.
You don't see video?
Share screen and choose the video, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I will share screen then with the video, okay. I will stop sharing then here and share again the video so you can see it. Give me 1 minute. Let's find the video. I can't find the video for share, so.
If you share your screen, not a video, but the whole screen, maybe that could work. Can we try that?
I will try it, then see. Now yes. Can you see?
Yes, we see it.
Okay, perfect. So now you can see the women that they do the different basket weaving. This is the area of the museum. You see that they have the different canes. Here they make some small bracelets. Also, they make a flute from the cane, different other. This is for the kids, like small cars. Here is some Christmas also decoration that they do. That is also a coaster for your putting your drink. So they make different things that when there is the festival at the back is our mayor. So they do these different baskets and weaving. So these are also sold at the festival. So I can now continue with my presentation. And as I said, also they do education not only for women but also for the children, in order to see how they can make handicrafts with reed, and also organization education for the people with disabilities. Now moving to our next let's say best practice is the Mediterranean Festival of Folklore Dance that is organized every year in the Larnaca municipality in collaboration with the Cultural Heritage Association. And this is a dance festival with the aim to promote and to present to the public Mediterranean dances, music, singing, food and culture, in order for the people to come together, meet each other, start to learn the culture of the different countries, and enhance the dialogue and communication between the different traditions. So we are hosting groups from countries all over the world that they actually live in Cyprus and are as minorities, and as well as groups from Cyprus to participate in the festival. So it is about commingling the cultures with live music and musicians, synthesis of colors, and original traditional costume. It is an institution, this festival that fosters a mutual interaction and cultural exchange, and actually it is a matter of educating the different culture. The festival lasts for a whole week and is organized every year in September, and it has been organized since 2004. For this year, it will be organized again in September. That is the plans that we have so far, from 10th to 14th of September, and I hope the partners will be able to travel and come and join us at this festival. Actually, it is an intangible expression of culture in a globalizing world, through which the promotion of cultural diversity and intercultural dialogue is the main objective for heritage, dialogues between religions, education, and youth. The festival is a product of the desire and love of reference of the traditional dances. They give the people the opportunity to meet and coexist through music and dances from other countries. Also at the festival, we have participants, and there is a lot of fun, including parties, cruising, diving, buffet meals from each country, and presentation of different and specialized seminars. Also, it gives a chance to the participant to sell their cultural traditional items to the festival. So people can dance together in the streets of the town, following the traditional dances, wearing their traditional costume, and sing their traditional song. The event, also at the event, we have a traditional costumes exhibition, so you can see the different costumes from the different countries. The event has an average attendance from 2,000 to 10,000 people per day. Usually on the weekend, there is a lot of people. And it's organized, as I said, for 15 years. And in 2019, we hosted 14 groups from the different countries and 15 from Cyprus. So thank you for your attention. As I said, I hope we'll see the partners in Cyprus and enjoy this festival, and also go to the Cane Museum and also try to make a little bit of these basketries. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Evdoki, an excellent presentation and such interesting traditions. And I think everyone is invited in September if it will be possible and if they are available. Bernadette, you have raised a hand, I see.
No, that was actually a clapping sign, as we can't clap, so I thought I just
okay.
raised.
Okay. So now if we go alphabetically, then we would continue with the presentation from Greece. are you ready to present?
Yes, of course we are. Thank you. Can you see?
We see your presentation, yes.
Perfect. So,
Anna, you can put full screen too, if maybe it's better like that. Yes.
well, I will do it that way because I want to see my notes at the same time. Okay. Can you see it now? Is it better looking? Okay, thank you. So, for the comparative study, we followed a different approach. We decided to present traditions and living heritage elements from Greece through the year. So we decided to pick the most important religious and also national holidays in order to present the traditions we follow at these special times of the year. So the most of those special times are common worldwide, such as Christmas. And well, in Greece, in Christmas, we sing, children sing the carols. A group of little kids go from door to door and they ask the housekeepers if they want, shall we say it? So the housewife or the housekeeper answers yes, and then the children start singing them. And at the same time, we have great traditions related to the food and to the Mediterranean diet. Every Christmas, we make the Jesus bread. It's the photograph you can see here. It's a bread dedicated to Jesus, and we try to prepare special foods and brighten this day of the celebration of the birth of Christ even more. The Jesus bread or pie was and still is essential for every household. At the same time, we prepare, excuse me. Okay, at the same time, we prepare this kind of biscuits that we call them kourabiedes, and it's also a traditional food in Christmas. And then we go to the New Year's Eve. Okay, the second special day of the year. And then we have carols again. As you see in this photograph here, children used to go and still go with musical instruments or not to every household to sing the carols. And at the same time, on New Year's Eve, all over Greece, housekeepers prepare the New Year's cake. We call it vasilopita. On the bread, with the same duff, we create a cross and place a nut in the center. On the one side, we make the hand of the Virgin Mary. On the second side, we make the house and fruit trees. On the third side, we make the farmer with the plow and the animals, if the man of the house is a farmer. Or if he's a shepherd, we make the shepherd with the sheep. If he's a sailor, we build a boat. And on the last side of the Vasilopita, we make the animals of the house, and we give a special wish every year, the hand of Virgin Mary, to bless all these for the coming year. Well, at the same time, the cutting of Vasilopita is a custom that is relevantly observed throughout Greece. From January 1st until the end of February, wherever there is a Greek family, the Vasilopita is being cut. Even in Greek communities abroad, clubs and organizations, we observe that this custom is accompanied by major events and balls, as you can see in the photographs here. So cutting of Vasilopita is a very special, tradition for Greek people all over the world. Okay, and then let's go to another important holiday in Greece. It's the Clean Monday and the beginning of 40 days until Easter. We have a special, traditions for these days too. The festivity lasts, as I said, 40 days, plus the Holy Week until Easter. On this day, it's customary to eat special food. We eat lagana, and we accompany as well as tarama, seafood, only seafood. Meat is forbidden in this day. And the first day of Lent, we also make a calendar from that, with which we count the weeks before Easter. First, we form, as you can see in the photographs, the form of a woman. We put a cross on her head without a mouth because she's fasting. She's not eating, not even a nose, so that she does not smell. And her hands are crossed because she has been praying all this time. Finally, we place 7 legs, which symbolize the 7 weeks from Clean Monday to the Holy Week. Each week, we cut 1 leg from Mrs. Lent, and this is a special diary, diary. Then, the 25th of March for Greece, this day is very special because we celebrate at the same time 2 big events. The first one is the revolution against the Turkeys. This year we celebrate 200 years from the start of the revolution of Greek against the Ottomanians. And at the same time, it's a holiday because we celebrate the Holy Mary. So it's a double celebration, and we celebrate it with parades from students and also military. And we have special diet for this day too. We eat specific things like scordalia I believe that if someone of you have been in Greece and in the Syntagma Square have seen the Tsoliades, this is how we call these people. And we try to preserve this tradition and to celebrate every day the years that we are free from Turkish people. And then another festivity is Easter. It's very special for Greek people, and I also think for all the Christians all over the world, Orthodox ones, and not only. So in Easter, it's a very it's a holiday with a lot of food. Again, we prepare eggs, Greek sweet bread, buns, magirica, which is the traditional labor grow or goat on a spit. Cities are emptying and families are gathering mainly in the villages. Everyone gathers around as you can see in the first photograph here, they try to, roast goats, and they are gathering and celebrating all together. And they try to, and they sing, and they have great festivities and all together. This is a symbol because we try to, this lamb symbolizes Christ who was sacrificed for all people. There are many events that take place at Easter, exhibitions of eggs, traditional bands, candles, and at the same time, we try to preserve all these traditions, and I think that in Greece we are, all families try to preserve all this tradition I mentioned before. So as for good practices, I have to mention two examples that we contributed to this Erasmus Plus project. The first one is the European Museum of Bread, which was funded in 2005 in Barnavas, which is in Attica in Greece. It hosts over 3,000 embroidered bread items with decoration from all over Greece and 40 countries abroad. The museum is easily accessible. It is located in a green environment and can be visited all years. It aims to preserve and disseminate cultural heritage and to contribute to the support of vulnerable groups through dozens of activities, and through the cultivation of skills that facilitate access to the labor market and socialization. Particular emphasis is placed on supporting vulnerable groups with a view to their active participation in all aspects of society and the eradication of social exclusion and poverty. In supporting vulnerable groups, a lot of benefits have been achieved. The museum follows a strict policy of free visits and free educational programs and workshops for vulnerable groups. Therefore, plays an important role in pursuing strategies to include a plural audience, including vulnerable social groups. This achieves the goal of an inclusive culture with open access to cultural goods for vulnerable and socially excluded groups, and encouragement of their participation in cultural and social life. The success and importance of the above policies is proven by the dozens of letters of thanks sent to the museum's management by institutions, associations, and individuals, as well as the annually increasing participation in the activities that take place. But at the same time, museum faced some difficulties in order to follow the strategy. The main problem that the museum's administration faced in order to implement this policy was the need to make the facilities accessible to people with disabilities and mobility difficulties. This is because the museum is located in a mansion, an old mansion, which is 300 years old. So it wasn't very easy for the administration to make these facilities, accessible. In particular, adjustments had to be made to the museum premises to make them accessible and at the same time not to alter their antiquity and historicity. And the completion of the above project was very costly and very time consuming. The second good practice is the wine museum in Otrialand. This museum is located in Kapandriti, is in North Attica too. It honors the wine and all its products. They have exhibits from the 17th century, and they are combined with specially designed audiovisual support materials. The museum offers its visitors the opportunity to interactively discover the history of the vine cultivation, as well as wine distillation and balsamic vinegar production. The museum collection might well be most comprehensive and rigorous attempt to capture and present the rich history of wine. The administration there tried to contribute to the society as much more as they can. Special emphasis is placed on the human factor, is a permanent island of offer as a healthy human enterprise with environmental, social, and educational activities. They implement information programs and guided tours, making cultural heritage a means of highlighting principles and ideas, such as respect for people and diversity, improving the quality of people's life, and respect for the environment. The museum also contributes to the local community by creating jobs and supporting municipalities, other associations and institutions, and social groceries. Also the church, in order to relieve vulnerable social groups. Well, this was our contribution to this Erasmus Plus project so far. We would like to thank our coordinators, Alice and Sanita, and all partners for all their support. We are also glad to work with them. And it's every project with you, it's special and different. So thank you all, and thank you for hearing me.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Very, very interesting presentation as well. And we have been cooperating together for a couple of years now, very successfully. So now we have about 20 minutes left for our webinar. So we have two presentations from Germany, and then I will finish with a presentation from Latvia, and we will have, I think, about 5 minutes for question and answers. So now, please, then Pro Arbeit, Francesca.
Thank you. Okay, I hope you see my screen. Yes. Welcome to the County of Offenbach. We are, as I said, we are a public authority acting as a job center in the County of Offenbach. Here we are in the middle of Germany, and we decided, as we are two partners from Germany, we decided to have two different focuses on the region we want to present. Our region, as I said, is in the middle of Germany, and we, as a job center, are very near to the issue of social inclusion and inclusion on the job market of people with who are at risk of social exclusion. And we decided to focus our job and our research, best practices, and our cooperation to a small town in the city, in the county, which is Seligenstadt. Seligenstadt, you see, is a very nice small town which has a real big tradition and heritage, and it is one of the very few which has an intact and medieval and Renaissance buildings, because you can perhaps you know that most of all German towns were bombed during the Second World War. That's why it's very unusual, uncommon that you can find old cities old towns as they were. We decided to work in cooperation with Seligenstadt because of the traditions, because of the monuments, and because we see that the town takes care of the heritage and wants to have it as a living heritage. That's why we were thinking, wow, this is what we want. The role of the city council is a very strong one, because they address a very well-structured panorama of different associations who work together, and they supported the networking among the different actors in the city. We are German, but we like also to make party, to have a fest, and we have also tradition in our region about the food. You see here, for example, this is a market, an historical market who takes place each 2 years, and here you can find all the old activities made in the region in the ancient time. You can find also our typical dishes like the grüne Soße. There's a green cold soup, and it's very well known also the bread in our region. For us, it is very important to show the best practices we met, because they will be also the partners who will help us to carry on the project. The best practices are, for us, the best practices in the region, because they respond to operative needs of the territory. They include people at risk of social exclusion. They have, as I said, the endorsement from the local authority. They act local, they prize the local monument heritage, and they work together. The two of them are Freedom and Lichtblick. They are two associations working for the social inclusion of people at risk of social exclusion. We like these practices, and we would like to work with them because they work also with target groups who are very important to us as a public authority. They work with long-time unemployed persons, migrants and refugees, elderly, youngsters, and persons with disabilities and ex-offenders. You see in this panorama of action actually all fragile profiles who we can meet in our society. I would like to show you something about Freedom. Freedom is an association and contributes to the integration of refugees, giving them the opportunity to learn and to practice German language, but not only in a frontal way, like in school, but also giving them the opportunity to come together and to call them welcome actually in the city, because what they do and what we like very much is the idea to show them who are people in Seligenstadt and which is the identity of this small town, which is actually a very interesting point in involving the people coming from outside. That's why they are used to work together also with our association, and you can see here the integration and diversity strategy made by the town into cooperation also with this association. That's why we can count on one association networking with others, and we see in this aspect a very good added value for the implementation of the project. The other good practice, the second one, is Lichtblick. Lichtblick is flashlights, and this is a real example of living heritage, because they are the association working, making the cafeteria in the monastery, because it's a very interesting story. This association was born 25 years ago, and was made by parents of people, of children with disabilities, with the idea to create for them a special space for the inclusion and integration on the job market. This dream got real, and today they are a real company running the cafeteria and the museum. They are well known. And they are also the one in charge of maintaining the traditions of these great, beautiful cakes and other recipes and dishes in the region. And they are also, as a company, very interesting to us, because they oversee 3 activities also in the gastronomy, event organization, and hotel management, and they work actually as a private company. They are employers, and they work without receiving any particular public subsidiaries. It means it's actually an interesting model of making making run this kind of initiatives, and these companies give work and social possibility to inclusion to people coming from different problematic situation, like people returning to the labor market after mental and physical disease, people coming from jail, for example, or other people with handicaps or migrants and so on. We like this. We see in this opportunity the opportunity to create something together, like in our webinars and so on, and our other activities, and to invite you also by our final meeting at the end of the project to this kind of institution, because they live really the idea of the living heritage. Thank you.
Fantastic example. Thank you, Francesca. We really look forward to see this in present as well. So now we have the final presentation, except from our presentation about Latvia. So Anna will present from the Center of Intercultural Building. Anna, can you share your presentation?
Can you see my screen?
Not yet, no. You can try sharing screen and also sharing a window. Sometimes one works, the other doesn't.
And now?
No.
Wait,
now we see.
Okay, I will start with the first part and then I will give over to Anna. Yes, we are both, maybe you can start with presentation, Anna. Yes, we are both from ZIP. Yes, you already heard something from Francesca from the middle of Germany, and we are located. No, start the presentation, please.
Can you see it?
Yes, now you can start. No, press start presentation, please. Yes. Yes, thank you. Okay, yes, next slide, please. Yes, Francesca is located in the middle and we are located in the north of Germany. You see here the red region. This is the metropolitan area of Hamburg. Hamburg is the dark red part of this region. And we are located in the northeast of it. And yes, for the comparative study, we used the festivals and events which are located inside this region. And yes, as two examples, we took two different social companies who are using socialization and integration inside the work, and yes, giving an example to find discrimination and equality. The first is one of our own companies, which we are running here in Arnsburg. Next slide, please, Anna. Very good. Yes, this is what you see is Kreis Stormann, and there are two cities which are surrounded by this red icon are Arnsburg and Bad Oldesloe. And yes, there we have a bus assistance service in which we are using disadvantaged people and also mostly people with migration background and also some refugees. And yes, this is a good example to exchange the culture by helping other people, and yes, they come in touch with the other people and exchange their knowledge and their things which have been done to them in their home countries. And yes, this is a good example for how to integrate people. Can you use the next slide, please? Yes, these are the advantages of the assistants, where you see how our bus assistants help the older people, disabled people, and people with children to get inside the bus, and they get in touch with them, exchange their ideas and everything. Yes, and one part of this bus assistant is also that we give them intercultural learning modules and teach them in with the modules, and this is a good example to how to reduce xenophobia also, because some people in the buses who don't like others, normally they see that they are yes, good people, they help them and assist them, and many of our bus assistants are liked by all customers now. Yes, if you want to know more about it, you can go on our homepage, where we have a link to our bus assistant service. The next example is Jenfeldhaus, which is shown by Anna now.
Okay. Yes. Hi again. The Cultural Center Jenfeldhaus, this is an NGO organization located also in Hamburg. And this is located in the Wandsbek district and started in 1991. This NGO has the main objective to provide opportunities for self-organization in some cultural and social activities and some initiation of events. So what they basically do is to support the integration of the people, the new migrants that come to the country, so they can feel at home. They can feel that they also belong to here, and also they can know our culture and feel more welcome. So this is the main purpose of this organization, and they can also participate with equality in all the programs that they can offer. So some of the benefits, I will try to be quick because I know we don't have so much time. So what they pretend is to increase the identification of these new migrants with the district. And the benefits is to work as a provider for the facilities in the district, to be like an interface between the facilities and the citizens. And they also want to have a lively networking for the new migrants and the locals here. They have some concerts in the field of jazz, some new musicians. They also support the people that have some music talent or some musical skills, and they have an in-house orchestra. They have also a very interesting program for the people, disadvantaged people, Meal for the Needy, and this is always on Saturday, and so the disadvantaged people can come or go to the Jenfeldhaus and get some food without paying anything. So they are also committed to some events in public spaces, some different festivals like May Festival. So those are some kind of different festivals that we have here in the district. The house has also some different programs, like I said, with locals and also new migrants, so they can facilitate the interaction between both. And this is for all ages, young people, elderly, and so on. They offer all different kind of courses, sport, integration courses, language, and all of this. Here we can see in the picture, this is the Jenfeldhaus, and this is a very nice collage that Mariela, our colleague, did for us. And I wanted to show you, I am not sure if I can share, in just a second. The website here. Can you see my screen here?
We see now, yes.
Okay, yes, this is one of the activities that they have. This is like a bus, and they have some instruments here, and they just drive around the district, just playing some music, some local music, and also they give the opportunity to people that have also some musical skills, and they can just also participate in this program. Also, these are different kind of programs that they have, like sing, theater, and so on. So the new migrants can also participate in know all of these type of activities that they do. So in the last slide, I think Danny wanted to present the last slide. Let me just.
No, it's only something that to thank the people for listening. You must not activate it again. Thank you for listening. And yes, now we give back to Alice.
Yes, thank you. Very, very interesting examples as well from another part of Germany. So I will finish then with a short presentation from Latvia. And now, as the time is running out, I'll do it really quickly. So in the study, in the part we wrote in Latvia for the study, we will focus also on the main festivities around the year. So here you see a few nice pictures from Easter about our Easter traditions, when we have to use the swing so that the mosquitoes will not bite us in the summer. That's a very important belief in Latvia. I remember from my childhood, we did it as well. Then we paint eggs with different natural materials. We put these I don't know the English word, sorry, not the flowers, but the things that the trees are making in the spring. Then the next festival in Latvia that we celebrate, very important traditional festival, is the Midsummer. We call it the Ligo evening, and then we have Jānis Day. And it's a day when people are making crowns from flowers. This is especially this crown is for men who are called Jānis. So Jānis is a very, very popular name in Latvia. And girls and women make from various kind of flowers the crown. In Jāņi, in Ligo evening, we are making big fires. This is really a very alive tradition. Many people do it, smaller or bigger fires. And we are also jumping above it later when it's starts finishing the fire. And we are decorating our houses with plants like this here in vases, and also in putting some little branches of trees around the house. And we have several typical dishes for Jāņi, like for example Jāņi cheese, which you can actually easily make at home from milk, butter, caraway seeds. We will possibly put the recipe as well in the workshops. Then the next big festival is the Christmas, which we call Winter Festival, when we have several traditional dishes. Here I will not show all of them, just here's the gray peas, a very popular dish in Latvia. We eat it also other times of the year, but in Christmas is like a chips. You just have it at home and eat a few. Then here's the Latvian tradition. It's a wooden log, and you have to walk with a wooden log around the house so that the bad spirits will go away. And here what I already mentioned, we make these traditional Christmas decorations from straw. So I think this could be one workshop that maybe we could do together in Cyprus, because they have the museum of straw making. So it would be an interesting exchange of crafts, exchange of knowledge in crafts. And here you can see how it looks like at the end. These are puzzers, so-called puzzers, and here's a more simple decoration. This is just a potato with some plants in it. And then regarding the best practices, I want to show two best practices very shortly. So one was implemented by us in a project where we worked with the migrants in Latvia, and we created a book. Also, I have taken here pictures from a book, which is called The Strength of Latvian Science. It was created by Anita Kairiš, or also one of the founders of our NGO. She's an arts teacher as well. So here you can see some photos from the workshop she did with migrants living in Latvia. These are the traditional, they made traditional decorations for a Christmas tree by using natural elements. Also you see thread, straw. Here was another creative workshop. They were making bags, shopping bags with Latvian traditional signs. And they were also finding the meaning of the signs. And here you can see it's an interpretation of our cultural heritage in the modern ways for everyday life. And here we can see one creative workshop that I did as well. It was making a traditional Latvian costume. So this is how they also learned about traditional Latvian colors in different regions. Here you can see different fabrics which characterize different areas of Latvia. And they had then they made a folk costume with the, you see, very details. Also was a really excellent job from participants. So here I put a few more pictures where you can see that this was an intergenerational events where people from adults and kids and youngsters participated together in these workshops. And the second good practice, I want to show you an ebook. We made an ebook. So this was a project that we implemented together with national minority organizations. It was implemented in Balvi. What I mentioned, our NGO is founded in Balvi, which is the northeast in Latvia. And we implemented a project together with Russian and Roma minority cultural organizations to share and exchange our heritage. Here you can see there was a workshop where people made together these rugs, and it was made together by many people. There were two big rugs. And then the next workshop was people were making spoons, wooden spoons in the Russian tradition. Perhaps you have seen these Russian wooden spoons with the very nice flowers, bright flowers painted on them. So here people came together, people were with Latvian, Russian background, and made together wooden spoons. Then the next workshop was making the Latvian sun calendar. So the Latvian sun calendar has all around the year all the traditional festivities. You can see the winter solstice, summer solstice, spring, and autumn. These are points when the night is equal to the day, and we have traditional celebrations. Then the next was there was a concert of Roma dances. And then we had also a concert where several groups participated. So there were Russian songs, Latvian songs and dances, and Roma dances. Here's some more pictures from the project. And this project was an, I think, excellent example how different cultures can come together, exchange, and then enjoy each other's cultural heritage in a country with a multinational background as the Latvia is. So we have finished with our presentations, country presentations, and now we can have, we are a little bit over the time. We promised 1 hour and a half, it's 1 hour 40, but and now we have time for a few questions if audience has any. And as I mentioned in the beginning, all these materials, good practices and research will be available electronically in September. We will distribute it, we will put it in our website or through social media, and also we will use our contacts and send it out with a newsletter. So anyone who wants to receive newsletter, please write your email in comments. We will save your emails for later. So any questions? Floor for questions, comments? You can write also in the chat if you have anything to ask.
Hello, do you hear us?
Yes.
Yes, we are very sorry. We are an organization from Bulgaria. For the first time, we participate in such presentations, and we were really impressed with what we have heard. We are partners of Almarex, but we are located in the middle of Bulgaria in a town called Slivan. We had a troublesome joining to your meeting because we had problems with the sound, but at the end we were able to hear you because it was our main problem. However, we are sorry that we couldn't represent our organization called Initiative Compassion. But we want to say that we are glad that our mission very much links to what we have heard, to the diversity of works that all of you provide. We admire all the efforts that you put in your jobs, and we also try to serve our community. In our town, we are organization since 2003, so for 18 years we have had a number of different projects focused on the disadvantaged people, people with disabilities, with physical and mental needs. But at the moment, we have a center, we have a club for social integration for adults with mental and physical disabilities and disorders called Friends. This is the name of the club. So it was very nice to hear how you work in your societies. We are trying to do the same with our club to integrate those people into the society, providing them with different activities, excursions, introducing them to the living heritage of Bulgaria, like cooking and making souvenirs, helping them sell them at bazaars to earn some money and have a sense of dignity. And it was really nice to hear that all and to see that there are possibilities to exchange information, good practices. So thank you very much for listening now to us. And we are sorry that we couldn't join you in the beginning.
No problem. This meeting was recorded, is recorded, and the recording will be available on Facebook on our account. So you can watch it later. Maybe anyone else would like to present their organization just to, exchange contacts. Mm-hmm. You can also put in chat your email or contacts or links.
Okay.
If you'd like to share such information.
Okay, thank you very much. And yes, we hope to have more meetings of this sort in the future.
Yes, we will have 2 more webinars. So great. Yeah, we would like to meet you again. Definitely.
Bye-bye.
Anyone else would like to tell something about their organization or about what you heard? Okay, we are 15 minutes over our time, so I understand everyone must be a bit tired from all this extremely interesting information. So thank you everyone for participating. Again, you can leave your email in the chat. If you want to be in touch with us, we will have 2 more webinars. We will keep posting on social networks, put new information on our website, and we hope you will find our results of our project useful also for your everyday's work. So then have a nice day, have a fantastic weekend and summer, and let's see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
See you next
Bye.
time. Ciao.
Bye. Take care. Bye.